Hello, everyone. Darren here, and on today's episode of WoTMA Academy, we are going to be looking at the terrain types. Now, this video has a little bit more depth to it than just simply going, "Ooh, this is a desert" and stuff. This particular subject is going to be regarding the terrain resistance stat. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about here, allow me to show you. So I'm going to go to the module viewer. I'm going to show all stats. And I'm going to use a smooth transition to the exact same image where I drew a circle, and you're going to see the circle right there in the middle of the screen for the engine mobility and all that other stuff. It's going to be like right there in the middle of the screen. So we have three different terrain resistance types: soft terrain, medium terrain, and firm terrain, or commonly known as hard terrain. So what I'm going to cover today is the types of terrain for each of those three categories, and there are a couple different types for each of those three terrain resistances. So if I were to tell you right now that we're going to start with soft terrain, there's a couple of various types of soft terrain that you're going to encounter, at least at the time of recording this video, in World of Tanks Modern Armor. So soft terrain is going to mostly be like swamps and deep water. Not water deep enough where you go and drown, but where it's kind of like covering 50% of your tracks and suspension. It's deep water. It's like you'd be up to your waist if you were to try and walk in it. That type of deep water. That counts as soft terrain, and you're going to notice that your vehicle is acting very sluggishly. Quick information regarding this stat. Any type of terrain resistance that is greater than 2, I would say is safe to assume that it is a very poor statistic right there. So the lower the number, the better it is. So we're going to move down to the medium terrain resistance here. And the medium terrain resistance is going to kind of be like your firm ground, but it's not exactly like a paved road. So we're looking at like grassy farmland, just grassy fields. Sand, believe it or not, is actually medium terrain. Hard-packed dirt, trails, and earth are medium terrain. And again, also, oddly enough, snow is a medium terrain because we don't have these like massive just fields of all snow. It's kind of just, it looks more like maybe like an inch or two is on the ground. We don't have these waist deep snow fields to drive through. So yes, sand and snow are medium terrain. Now moving on to hard terrain, this is very easy. Hard terrain is basically just your paved streets, roads, man-made paths. Pretty much anything like that is going to be hard terrain, and the easiest to drive on because it's got the least amount of resistance. But that's pretty much about it for this video. I do want to mention again that this is going to be a multi-part series, so I'm going to look into trying to get a video put together where I go in and explain the math of the terrain resistance here and see if Pat can help me out with this. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see this part 2, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, this has been Darren of WoTMA Academy.